What's up, guys? Welcome to the world-class destination of Olympic Valley. We've got some really special things to show you today and an incredible design. We've got a media bunker, we've got expansive views, and we've got an incredible outdoor terrace. I cannot wait to show you. Let's go check it out.
You know, I knew this home was going to be extraordinary when we laid the footprint down and the foundation. It really started to take to light the actual structure and some of these structural members that we were setting, the steel beams. It just really starts developing this exoskeleton that you start looking at and you're like, wow, this is really going to be special.
This home is grounded into the hillside, yet soaring over the valley, and really just represents the vision that the client had for creating a family retreat right here at the top of Olympic Valley, which is so rare.
I'm Jude with In-House Builders.
My name is Ryan Borman, Ryan Borman Architecture.
And welcome to the Summit Project.
Hey, what's up, guys? Clayton Humphreys here. Welcome back. I'm so glad you're tuning in. Today we have a really special project. We're located here in Olympic Valley, a world-class destination for many. I'd like to thank In-House Builders, Ryan Borman Architecture, and interior design by Julie Johnson Holland. Without further ado, let's get into this thing. Before we go inside, let's take a quick pause here. Let's look at the exterior. I think this is pretty cool. You got this really great cantilevered covered terrace over here with great views of the mountain. We're gonna get into that in a little bit more, but look at the finishes on this property. You've got a lot of steel, you've got Western red cedar, you've got this beautiful granite and stone work, and you've got these custom pavers that were all formed to fit these beautiful planter boxes here. Landscaping here in this environment is tough. So all you green thumbs out there, I know that's always a challenge. You want to live in the high Sierra, but you know, the soil content here is pretty rough. So it's cool. You got to make some space for it. And they did a really good job with that here from a landscaping perspective. Stepping up the steps here, you're immediately covered by this nice piece here. This is good because you get a lot of snow up here. I mean, we can get tens of feet. It's pretty incredible. Let's go take a look inside and check out the rest of this place.
Though the house is fairly large and grand in scale, very, very tall, very kind of soaring roof lines, the way it steps up the hillside, it actually grounds itself and reconnects to the landscape. Whereas like from down below, you pull up to the house and it's fairly tall with 2 stories and these elevated decks. But then as you move up through the house, then you start to kind of reconnect to the ground again. And actually on the uphill side is very low and very connected, even to the point where in the winter time it'll drift across out onto the ground.
Great entry, really great use of space. Walnut door, this is awesome. This is how you want to have a mountain home. It's super solid here. It's also matching with some walnut panels here. You can't see behind you, but there's some walnut panels there as well. This granite is flamed black granite, so it's cool. It's got a nice texture to it. When it's snowing outside, you're not going to come in and slip. Look at this design feature that they put together here. This is great. This is required by code. You've got a handrail here, so that's important. But it's super thin, so it doesn't obstruct these beautiful picture windows and these great views of Palisades. I think that's pretty fascinating. We've got also these really nice seamless shades. These are all Lutron systems, so push button and down they go. Got a Hammerton, looks like lighting package. And again, that red cedar from the exterior travels right through to the interior. Super thoughtful there. It's just nice because you feel like you're outdoors and indoors. Of course, you need a bench. You sit down, kick off your shoes, dock off your boots, whatever it may be, hang up your coat. This is nice. It's all walnut. These are beautiful panels, and they installed these really well. And this really great classic design bench, this is nice. It floats here, and it's anchored in the walnut. And I love the color tonalities. Right here is great. Now, I know we want to go upstairs and check out the living room and the rest of the views and the beautiful terrace. We're going to check that out, but I want to check this out first. We've got this media room down here, and I think they did a really good job with this. There was a lot of thought with this, and what I like about that is that this area here, right off the entry, it's completely separate from the living space up there. So you know how it could be. You want to watch a movie and somebody wants to watch some sports, and here you've got dual zones. I really like this, and it feels like you're in a bunker down here. And this patio outdoors here, again, the pavers that match the form pavers on the planter boxes outside, I think those are pretty nice. It's just this beautiful layered texture. We've got this great landscaping piece, and of course this epic view, these big pullback windows. These are super nice. The wood oak flooring is incredible. These things came out really nice, but again, oddly, I wouldn't have guessed it, but it matches the walnut really well. So you got this light flooring, so it feels light, but it feels weighted over here where it needs to be weighted. You know, you've got this gigantic television here, the walnut pulls through, and we also have this nice insert fireplace right here. So you want to get cozy on this beautiful custom sofa, watch a movie, have a fire at the same time, you've got the full combination here. So again, it's just a nice little nook, and you've got incredible views. Even from this zone, you have views. You have views throughout this whole home. Now, the countertops here, they're absolutely beautiful, and it's got this nice little ledge on them, so it seems really thin, but it's not. Nice tile package below here, illuminated shelving, very thoughtful here. Of course, you know, a little candy when you're watching a film, and these great areas for storage. We also have this great game zone here. This is a nice pocket. You could put a lot of different toys in there, and then you've got this great wallpaper package. I mean, it's gotta be playful. So Julie actually mentioned this when we were touring it with her. She was like, look, we wanted to add a little bit of warmth to the space in general. It has a very masculine vibe at first, but when you add the wallpaper package, the white oak flooring, this beautiful custom sofa, suddenly you've got a well-rounded package. Now, heading back up the stairs, going to the right here, and down these stairs, we move down to the mudroom. I really like how the flame black granite kind of pours in down these stairs, down into this area. A lot of people call this the mudroom. Kick off your boots, unload your ski boots, whatever it may be, but it's really, really well designed. They did a good job being able to hang up your coats and the rest of your gear, put your gloves away, you're all set. In here, it's your garage space. They got a lot of personal stuff in there right now. We don't need to show it, but that's a lot of space in there. So you're pretty well set and taken care of. And of course, down here is where you're gonna knock off all your dirty stuff. So you definitely want a sink basin. They did a good job with that. Another classic design countertop, but then the dual washer and dryer. If you got a big family, this is absolutely clutch. You want that. And of course, you've got a nice powder room right here. The powder room's nice. I think it's a nice little addition to have right upon entry before you enter back up into the main home. Coming back up the stairs, we have mechanical room here, and then I almost missed it. It blends so well. You've got this great barn door here. That's clutch when you consider someone's watching movies and hanging out. Hey, turn it down. I just shut the barn door, it's all set. Got more storage here, more storage here. Again, here's the walnut paneling I was talking about earlier. And now we're ascending up the stairs. They did a really good job with this. As we're ascending up the stairs, I want to take a pause here and just note the volume of this space. We got these big picture windows, these expansive views behind me, wonderful greenery, and some great steel structured handrails, which I think they did a good job with that.
This home is unique in many senses. There's a lot of spaces. The idea behind this home was for entertaining. The clients really wanted to make sure they had spaces for family integrated throughout the home. You know, the spa, the media room, the game room, the living room, really just special spaces all together during the holiday months, the summer months, all year round. It's not just a ski cabin, but it's an all year round home that they really wanted to enjoy the space and obviously capture all these amazing views of this home.
Now moving into what I like to call the 85% area where you're spending 85% of your time, you've got the kitchen to your right here, and you've got this incredible living room. It's filled with views. Now, when we're walking through here, the views are pouring over the shoulder here of this nice sitting area. But we've got a classic design hearth, we've got a town and country fireplace, and again, we're accented this stone with this walnut, and again, walnut here as well. I'm really starting to feel this space as I'm walking through it. I'm really starting to kind of understand the form and function of what Ryan and what Jude were trying to encapsulate here, but also what Julie has done here in softening up these rugged mountaintops and also bringing in some beautiful, beautiful design. Now, as we step out onto the terrace here, we've got this completely covered terrace. This is really well shielded, but there's some lines here that I really want to point out. You don't really see any neighbors at all. Again, we're on 3 acres, and there are some neighbors below us, but this visual line that exists out over the horizon here is, again, the world-class ski resort. You have tram face here, and you can actually see the tram coming down the mountain as well. But you've got expansive space, so you like to entertain, you like to party, you like to have some friends over, or maybe just the kids are outside playing. You got a lot of space here. These actual pavers here, these are actually all customized and formed to fit. So this is a really functional area, and Jude and his team did a good job with this. But shout out to Ryan, because he was able to keep this roof line pretty far extended. We've got a great hot tub over here. And a great space here for outdoor entertainment, outdoor fireplace here as well. And when those big winters come in, you got this rollback cover that is stationary there that covers the TV and protects it. So stepping back inside from the terrace, you've got these great accordion doors that are pushed back. These are weather shield, they're really nice, really seamless, and what a great touch. You're greeted immediately by Julie's custom lounges here. Nice piece of petrified wood. I think that's a nice nod alongside the walnut, and it brings out that same color from the white oak, so that's nice. You've got these really great wide planks. This is the bar area. So you're watching TV, it retracts and goes back into the countertop there. Come over here, make a nice snack, make a nice beverage, and you're good to go. I even like these illuminated shelving pieces. This is cool. In addition to storage up top, these probably, yeah, they pop out. I love that. Wine fridge here. Gotta have a good wine fridge. This is Sub-Zero, so this is pretty nice. Additional storage to your left. This couch, completely custom. I think it's like 17 feet long, but it's leather. Really great touch here. Now stepping into the more formal dining area, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 top here, but this extends. This whole thing pulls out, and this turns into a 12 top, I believe. At least a 10 for sure. We've got another wonderful light fixture here. I think that comes out really good. It's this little spiky kind of element that reminds me of, like, you know, crystals that have frozen. So that's a nice piece there. Now, stepping up into the kitchen, I like this. It's, again, a nod to Ryan and his team on the architectural side, and also Jude's kind of vision here of like stepping up into this zone and feeling like you're not completely disconnected from the living room itself. You got this great bar here, nice Sub-Zero fridge. This is a good spot to grab yourself a soda water or whatever it may be, and just have a good conversation with your family. Now, over here, we've got great dining. They did a good job. This is a big piece of walnut, and it's just beautifully aged, and it's all live edge. I love that. Hamilton lighting. Views are unobstructed behind me. We got 2, 4, 5 beautiful custom chairs here, a nice countertop as well, and this structural piece. Now, what's funny about this is they actually had this wrapped in wood at one time. It was a little bit more bulky, but instead they decided, hey, scratch that. We want to just pay a nod to the actual like iron and steel that are on the exterior. I think it was a really good job. It could have been a pretty critical miss when you think about it, because if you just did like wood here, suddenly you're changing the vibe between the living room area and actually the kitchen area as well. So we've got a nice little pocket conventional oven down below. Then we've got a nice seamless, look at these are seamless. It's perfect, wrapped in walnut, classic design countertop, 2, 4, 6 Wolf burner range. Pasta fans rejoice. We got the water, hot water on tap, ready to go. Now look at this range hood. This is pretty cool. It looks like it's structural, kind of like what we were talking about, you know, with these beams here, but it's not. That's the range hood, and it goes right through, and we'll see more of that when we go back upstairs. Continuing on, great additional storage here. Again, the steel beam, I just love it. It's actually perfect for entertainment. We got a nice office over here. Bedrooms are upstairs, but before we get into those, I want to step out onto this patio. Now, stepping out to this patio, this is a really well-constructed, solid structure. Remember, the whole team here, that's the one thing that I keep hearing from all of them is this is like foundationally strong. We're on the summit, and I think that these patio pavers are a real nice note to that. Now, for dining, you know, sometimes it's windy. It's pretty windy today, actually. This is all covered, but you don't lose the view. You can see through this zone here. You can still sit out here comfortably, and there's nothing worse than when you're putting a dinner party together and then it's gonna be an outdoor event and a bunch of wind picks up and your plates and everything are kind of flying and napkins everywhere. That's not fun, but the team here prepared for that. They were actually in the point where, hey, you could sit out over there, but if the wind's kind of kicking up, come over here, your view is still there. You can still see KT over there. You can still see Red Dog over here. You can still see Tram Face. All of it's there. We've got Sonos sound system above, so you turn on the music. It's really popping out here. Great for entertainment. Let's say you're the barbecue guy and you like to do the barbecue in action. I know I do, although I'm usually pretty chatty when I'm barbecuing, so someone else is usually doing it for me. We got these great little high tops here. This is a good spot for just sitting here, zoning out. They even have plugs here. So if you're gonna do some outdoor work and you wanna set up your laptop, super durable here, all across the board. So this can handle the weather. This is a gigantic, beautiful, wow, this is perfect. So for those that like to cook and those that like to be outside, well, rejoice, because you have it. Now stepping back inside, I didn't mention this before, but we got this great staircase here. It's actually bookended on the other side where we have another staircase over there. This ascends up to the bedrooms. All the bedrooms are up here, but I like that it's not just this like crazy amount of stairs to get up here. And it's nice and elegant how it flows into this guest primary suite. I like to call them like guest primaries because every home now that's being built has to have these. Kudos to in-house builders and Ryan Borman for thinking of this. It's opposite end of the primary suite on the other end of the home. We've got some great picture windows here and it's en suite. So if I'm a guest here, it's really nice. I get a little TV, I get a little view. Remember, we're on 3 acres. We're looking out over a lot of land. And we've also got this great bathroom. So if you're a guest, you're impressed. The beauty of this is you've got views outside. Most guest suites, like they've got maybe 1 or 2, but this house is full of them. And you got 1, 2 over here. You got a nice classic design countertop, again with the walnut, which is a nod to the interior of the living room itself. And then you've got really great lighting package and a nice stall shower. It's really well done. Nice solid door as well. Now stepping back out of the bathroom itself, you got big high ceilings, but you got this great custom built-in. This is really cool. I mean, it's really functional in the sense that it flows really nicely. It's the right height. You get a lot of room here. And of course, you got the view out the side. Beautiful wardrobe here. Great for hanging up your clothes. And yeah, this is just a solid, beautiful guest suite. I couldn't complain. Now moving back into the hallway, we have all of our other guest suites. Now stepping out of the guest suite into the hallway here, we've got a beautiful secondary guest suite as well. It's full ensuite. You know, Julie did an incredible job with her interior design skills in there. It's really well lit, and I just love the tile selections. The whole combination in that room is fantastic. We also have this really wonderful full bathroom, and this is nice. It's got real high ceilings, great tile selection, beautiful lighting package, super thoughtful with those port lights. I love the classic design countertops, top notch. Now looking in here in the hallway, out over the kitchen, even down, it's almost terraces out. It's like a waterfall effect that goes from up here in the upper level, down all the way outside, and quite honestly continues out across the entire freaking valley. I mean, they did a really good job with that. The range hood itself is actually structurally right here. So it looks good. It looks like it's a piece of like solid steel that is holding something up, but it's not. It's just the range hood. So real thoughtful there. The walnut continues through and it really pulls in from the living room when you're up here. And I just love the ceiling height here. Got a great steel feature there as well. Good job, great selection. A whole nother guest bedroom. And this guest bedroom's really great. It looks out towards the forest right behind it, so nice forested view. And it's got a wonderful tile selection in that bathroom. I just think that they just did a really good job creating this space that feels like multiple hotel rooms within your home itself. So it's really fun and playful in that sense if you're staying here. Now, stepping into the bunk room right here, this is a requirement, okay? We're in Olympic Valley. People are coming over and visiting. They always say if you move to Tahoe, suddenly you're everybody's best friend. And this is a clear nod to that. So, or maybe you've got kids and you got friends sleeping over, having a good time. And these are the quality bunks that you see today with the actual queen beds in them, and all customized, again with the walnut. I want to give Jude a shout out here. This is the beauty of when you're doing customized homes. You get a time to pause during construction. And what they did here is, instead of just closing off this room and being done with it, they popped in, they said, hey, let's get a little natural light in here because this should be a playful room. And they put in these great skylights. Really good job. I love it.
The concept on the interiors was to be warm but masculine and have kind of strong, bold walnuts and dark gray stones and the black metal, and really tie the exterior into the interior. And that way it feels like a complete vision of one house. What Julie Johnson Holland did with the interior furnishings and decoration was soften it up and take my style, which tends to be a little more tough, a little more masculine, and soften it up with, more natural elements that, accentuated and played off what we'd already done with the interiors.
The idea behind this home was to really capture the mountain, and having the primary suite bed pointed to KT face and capturing that ski report first thing in the morning, to hop down to the living room and just have this panoramic view of the whole entire mountain. That was the objective for our clients. They really enjoy skiing and being on the mountain and having a connection to the mountain.
Now, stepping into the crown jewel of the property, the primary suite. This is a primary to dream of. First things first, it does wrap around to the actual shower and bathtub, but you have this nice pass-through fireplace here, encased in stone. We are at the summit. We are in Olympic Valley, so strength and structure, these are great materials to use for this. And this is a big anchor for a little bit of privacy around the corner when you come into the Jack and Jill sink and the customized mirror package that is set in steel, and of course, a beautiful soaking tub. Who wouldn't want to spend the evening here? This is absolutely phenomenal. Great tile selection. Yeah, I really like that. His and her shower heads. That's nice. And this is a good amount of space, right? So easily fit two in there. Now, what I love about this Jack and Jill sink here, it's got super, super strong notes. You've got this great concrete. It's really etched in nicely. And then this customized mirror package. These are beautiful, but they're, you could step back and see your full body in that mirror. So if you're going out for the evening, want to make sure your suit's on right, you're all set there. Now, pouring back in towards the primary itself, you've got all of your clothing, all of your storage over here to the left. Everything is hidden. Honestly, from the primary itself, you're not looking at any of this. So shoes and hats and clothes, double wardrobes, bookended on each side. They did a really good job with that, and a great lighting package. Now, one of the best parts of this property is the primary suite, and that's because you're in a primary location. What a better way to get your function of the day and what you want to do than step out and see Palisades as inspiration. Pow Day, it's undeniable from this eagle's nest of sorts, let's call it that. You're basically perched up on this house, this little mountainside here, and this particular area really kind of drew me in when I first came to the property. Now, we asked everybody else, like, what is your favorite spot and your favorite location? For me, it's here. And the reason that is you've got your resting sanctuary there, you've got your built-ins there, you've got your nice spots to sit and work if you want in your primary, but you also have this great covered patio space and easy access to the outdoors. This wraps around the corner back to your terrace. It's right there. You can also drop right into the hot tub from here. So that's wonderful. There's nothing worse than when you're like, want to go jump in the hot tub, but it's too far away. This is very close to the primary suite. And again, it's mostly covered. You're not really jumping through too much snow to get to it. So it's a really thoughtful piece. This team also thought about the hardscapes as well. So they have an actual real grass lawn, and that's important. At least it is for me, not for everybody else, but the landscaping element for me, I like to be able to go put my feet in the grass. I do it every single morning. It's part of my health regimen, and I feel like this is a great space to wake up, wander down, get an inspirational view, unlike any other in the basin, and that's pretty cool. So let's go wrap this thing up.
it's just amazing to set up a set of drawings, provide the vision, and really just trust that Jude's gonna be out here executing it, keeping it clean, making sure all the craftsmanship is perfect. And so every time we're on site visiting during the construction process, you can just tell like what pride Jude takes and just how well managed the project is, and how detail oriented everything about the house just comes together. And so just as an architect, it's just very relaxing to know that I could be away for a couple months and show up and Jude is just nailing every single element.
So the collaboration with Ryan Borman and Julie Johnson Holland on this project was really nice. We have a symmetry working together, really a nice open level of communication, and really being able to see the vision of Ryan, see the vision of Julie, and bring them to fruition here in this project.
Once again, thank you guys so much for taking the time to tune in, like, subscribe, and share. We really appreciate the support there. I'd like to take a special moment here to thank the homeowners here for allowing us to take a deep dive in this incredible build. Congratulations, you've created an incredible product. I also want to give a shout out to our good friend Jude at In-House Builders. Really appreciate you inviting us into this particular home. Of course, Ryan Borman of Ryan Borman Architecture, and Julie with Interior Designs by Julie Johnson Holland. Thank you guys so much. Your collaboration is very clear in this particular home, and it came out absolutely perfect. Until next time, see you out there.